Right now at 10, La Crosse's Common Council votes down the purchase of a building to convert to housing, but did agree to rezoning. And the city is facing a lawsuit for its ban against conversion therapy. A law firm says the ban goes against the First Amendment. Plus, candidates in tight races are benefiting from politicians joining them on the campaign trail.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Amy is on assignment. The City of La Crosse's Common Council has voted to not purchase the former Marine Credit Union headquarters for affordable housing. News 8 Now's Dua Israr was at tonight's meeting where several council members spoke against the decision. Dua?
Ken, in a 6-7 vote, the Common Council voted against the purchase of the building for 30 affordable housing units. The decision took over 1 hour to make, and many council members raised concerns over the use of $2.6 million of American Rescue Plan Act funds. Tensions.
We've been discussing this for how long?
Were high.
30 apartments is not going to do it.
At La Crosse's Common Council meeting.
I don't care if it's the south side, north side, it's just a bad financial decision.
In a 6-7 vote, the council voted against purchasing the building on Monitor Street and renovating it into more than 30 affordable housing units.
There are 6 ayes, 7 noes. The noes have it. The motion fails.
Last month, the decision to purchase the building was approved by the City of La Crosse's Financial and Personnel Committee.
I think it would be an awesome asset to the neighborhood on the north side.
The city would have spent roughly $2.6 million of American Rescue Plan Act funds to purchase the building, a decision met with criticism from some council members.
Maybe spend that funding that we did allocate for the unsheltered on the unsheltered.
At the meeting, Councilmember Scott Newmeister said using the city's entire ARPA funds allocated for affordable housing on a 30-unit building was a bad decision.
We have residents at Waukesha Park that need somewhere to stay, and we vowed to try to help them, and we're wiping out our funding for that. There's no more coming in, people. There just isn't.
Again, a major sticking point was that the $2.6 million just to buy the building was all of the ARPA money the city had put towards addressing affordable housing. Newmeister and Mayor Reynolds tonight both referenced an estimate from a developer that said renovating the building into those housing units would be another $6 million, but those $6 million would not be at cost to the city.
Okay, thanks very much, Dua. Now, the city did approve to rezone the building, meaning if a developer wants to purchase the building and designate for affordable housing, they would have the ability to do so. The city has to designate the use of those ARPA funds that Dua mentioned by December of 2024 and then use them by December of 2026. In the meantime, the city of La Crosse is being sued by a conservative law firm on behalf of a therapist based in the city. Wisconsin Institute of Law and Liberty, or WIL, says the city is punishing medical or mental health professionals if they express their viewpoints on sexual orientation or gender identity. La Crosse's Common Council passed the ban on conversion therapy in September. The ordinance applies to state or federally licensed medical or mental health professionals practicing therapy on anyone under 18. WIL says the First Amendment protects the rights of counselors to talk to kids who come to them for guidance.
People of good faith can have disagreements about some of these issues, such as whether a child should transition and under what circumstances. The point is that the First Amendment protects the right of counselors to express their position on what is called for in a particular circumstance.
WIL also says the ordinance is unconstitutionally vague and preempted by state law. News 8 Now has reached out to the mayor of La Crosse for response, but a representative for the mayor says they do not yet have one. All right, let's switch things up and send it over to our weather center, and let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at your forecast.
Oh, before we get to that forecast, it's Thursday, so the Drought Monitor is released every Thursday, includes data through Tuesday morning. And notice moderate drought conditions have extended south and east right to the La Crosse area and kind of upstream towards Minneapolis, where there's severe to even extreme drought now. That's level 4 from the Twin Cities and just to the south and west. Otherwise, abnormally dry for most of our area, so we could use some moisture across the region. 49 the high in La Crosse, chilly day. Temperatures in the 43 to 48 range for most, and that is well short of average. Plenty of clouds. We had some light rain and snow showers in parts of the area this morning and this evening. That is with a disturbance that's tracking off to our east. A second one off to the north and west up towards northern Minnesota, southern Canada, eastern North Dakota. That's going to be in here for tomorrow. Current temps 42 in La Crosse, 39 in Eau Claire, 34 already in Sparta. So mostly cloudy, chilly tonight, even some 20s to the north and east. We'll drop to about 34 in La Crosse and some light snow shower potential into tomorrow morning in northern parts of the viewing area. So that's in our schoolcast for Friday. Otherwise, plenty of clouds, 42 by lunchtime. Afternoon highs only around 47 with a slight chance for a few light rain showers during that time. More on the rain and snow chances for tomorrow and a peek ahead to the weekend with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Well, witness testimony continued today in the trial for the man accused of killing 6 people in the Waukesha Christmas parade. A member of the Dancing Grannies took the stand this morning. She was dancing in the parade with her fellow members when the SUV Daryl Brooks is accused of driving struck the group from behind. 4 members of that group were killed.
All I seen were bodies. I thought I was in a war.
Now, 2 medical examiners also testified today. They testified that all 6 victims died from blunt force trauma from being struck by a moving vehicle. Daryl Brooks is representing himself and is facing life in prison for any one conviction of the 6 counts of intentional homicide. The state predicts it'll rest their case by Monday. There's only one name on the ballot you'll vote for in the fall, but there's plenty of other politicians who help get those candidates elected. In Wisconsin, those surrogates are traveling around campaigning. In close races, the display can bring energy and party support for candidates running tight races.
We all love Tammy. Oh, so sweet.
That was the scene in La Crosse today, with U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin helping campaign for Democrats, including Mandela Barnes.
I need him as a partner in the United States Senate to take action.
Having someone like Baldwin come in and campaign for you can be a powerful tool, according to UW La Crosse political science professor Anthony Trzaskowski.
I think Tammy Baldwin could be quite valuable to the Democrats as they close out this campaign, because Tammy Baldwin was victorious by a rather impressive margin in 2018. And that speaks to Tammy Baldwin's ability to gain support from a wide variety of voters.
And having her in La Crosse makes a difference.
And I was talking with one of our organizers, and she said that we signed up a ton of people to go canvassing and door knocking just because Tammy Baldwin was there.
We're seeing this on the Republican side as well.
Actually, we saw Brian Stile campaigning with Derek Van Orden recently.
Van Orden is the Republican running for the 3rd Congressional District, which includes La Crosse. Stile says when he campaigns for fellow Republicans, it's a chance to highlight their collective platform.
And as we look at Derek Van Orden in the western part of Wisconsin, he's committed to making sure we're standing with the men and women of law enforcement, and in particular, addressing the fentanyl crisis.
And getting that support can be a huge boost for someone like Van Orden.
In some situations, we've seen tension between the more Trump-aligned wing of the Republican Party and the more old-school establishment wing of the Republican Party. But both wings of the Republican Party are in lockstep behind Derek Van Orden. That's been a huge key to his success.
So the open question for Trzaskowski is just how much we'll see surrogates continue to campaign for candidates in Wisconsin. Politico reported this morning that the Barnes campaign reached out to former President Barack Obama to campaign with him. Barnes declined to confirm that in a call with reporters today. Well, tomorrow the debate between Governor Tony Evers and his challenger Tim Michels will be broadcast live on WKBT. The 2 candidates will be asked questions by a panel of reporters from all over the state, including our very own Amy DuPont. The debate will have 2 moderators, and this is the only debate between the candidates for governor. The broadcast begins at 7 p.m. Well, good news for retirees getting Social Security. Next year's check will have an extra $150 a month. It's the annual cost of living adjustment, coming in at 8.7% because of inflation these days. It's the largest increase since 1981. 70 million people depend on Social Security. Coming up tonight at 10, keeping our visually impaired Wisconsinites safe. How La Crosse is celebrating White Cane Safety Day with a special proclamation. And one of La Crosse's most respected leaders is retiring. Art Fay is being recognized by the community for his decades at the La Crosse Center.
Looking at mattresses?
I'm just looking.
Jump on it, roll on it.
No.
Just pretend I'm not here. You having any questions?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable.
She seemed nice.
That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Slumberland. Mattress shopping reinvented.
Over 800 convicted criminals released. 270 murderers and attempted murderers released. 44 child rapists released. Tony Evers' parole commission has released hundreds of violent criminals early, including some of the worst killers in Wisconsin history. Evers' liberal policies are making our communities less safe. Tony Evers put criminals first and our family's safety last.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to gear up for changing conditions on and off-road. Get great deals on our most capable lineup of Ford SUVs, including Ford Explorer and Bronco Sport, both rated 2022 IIHS top safety picks, and both designed to give you greater confidence. Hurry, Ford SUV season will end soon. Now, for a limited time, get $500 retail order bonus cash on a 2022 Ford Explorer and Bronco Sport, only at your Northland Ford dealers.
I would never bill someone twice for the same job. But Tim Michaels has a record of doing just that. Michaels billed Wisconsin taxpayers twice for the same construction job, totaling $400,000. And you and I paid for it. And once he was caught, Michaels tried to charge the taxpayers an extra $52,000 just to fix it. That's totally dishonest. I never trust anyone like that as governor. Tim Michaels is wrong for Wisconsin.
Right now at Slumberland Furniture, you'll get 30% off all living room furniture. Yup, sofas, sectionals, tables, recliners, and more. All 30% off. Plus 30% off select mattresses and 20% off everything else. On now at Slumberland Furniture.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The La Crosse community is thanking Art Fay for decades of service at the La Crosse Center. At a retirement celebration tonight, Mayor Reynolds gave Fay a key to the city. State Representative Jill Billings also gave Fay a plaque as a token of appreciation from local legislators. We spoke to Art earlier this week about closing out his time working with the city. He says he's worked with great people and that it's been exciting seeing what the La Crosse Center can bring to the community.
I tell people, there are a few things, that I don't enjoy. But for the vast majority, I got the best job in town. When you enjoy your job, it's not a job, and you've heard that many, many times, and that's kind of what I've experienced here for the 3 decades I've been here.
So the center board is still considering how the center will be run when Fay has his last day. In a week from now, they could hire a replacement for him, hire a private company to run the center, or come up with a hybrid solution. Thousands of Wisconsinites with vision loss use a white cane every day to get around safely. And today, the city of La Crosse wants drivers to be extra aware to keep the visually impaired safe. Mayor Reynolds proclaimed October 15th to be White Cane Safety Day. La Crosse's Director of Transit and members of La Crosse's visually impaired community joined Reynolds at City Hall. Those community members say driver awareness is crucial.
We want to do whatever we can to prevent crashes between folks and cars, because if there's a crash between a folks and a car always wins.
State law says a driver should stop their car 10 feet or more from a pedestrian traveling with a cane or walking stick. White Cane Safety Day is nationally recognized on October 15th every year. Well, if you're decluttering before winter sets in, Harders is holding a free shredding day for sensitive documents you won't want to put in your trash bin.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grawl. Unseasonably cool temperatures here to stay. Could see some more rain and snow showers tomorrow as well. All the details after the break.
Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment. Women said they were groped and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Those who spoke out were fired. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always, Toyota SUVs.
Get 2.49% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't like paying taxes? Neither does Mandela Barnes. Barnes didn't pay thousands in property taxes he owed. Barnes failed to pay his taxes, but he wants you to pay more. He supported raising Wisconsin's gas tax nearly 30%, even though we already pay some of the highest gas taxes in the country. And he supported a $1 billion tax increase on Wisconsin families and an income tax as high as 70%. Mandela Barnes, another tax-raising, hypocritical politician. Senate Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
There's no other place where my story is possible. My mom was a teacher. My dad worked third shift. It was our ticket to the middle class. That's the promise of America I'll fight to protect. While others send our jobs overseas, I'll bring manufacturing back, invest in our own workers, and stock our shelves with American products. And with a middle class tax cut, you'll be able to keep more of what you earn. I know the promise of America, and no one will fight harder to protect it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
Did you know Tim Michaels wants to criminalize abortion, even for pregnant rape victims?
But are you willing to support exceptions for rape or incest?
That's correct.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as your governor?
Fall Home Show Open House is going on now at the Board Store. Open till 7 Monday through Friday this week. Special coupon discount for visiting. Hope to see you there. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, the time has come to declutter some things, and Harder's Quick Cleanup in La Crosse is going to be offering their shredding service for free tomorrow and Saturday. Now, it may not seem like a service that's in high demand, but employees say last year's success proves that the community needs this service.
It keeps growing every year. I always say we can't beat the last one, and the last one we had over 1,000 people come in 8 hours.
So this free shred day will be from 8 to noon tomorrow and Saturday. No appointment is needed, but this year will be a drive-up service. So you can expect long lines here. You can bring stapled papers or documents in binders, and the first 100 pounds will be shredded for free. Harder's will sort and recycle all scraps after the event. Leaf drop-off sites in La Crosse will open for the season tomorrow. All the sites except for the Isle La Plume site are marked by orange snow fencing. Everyone using the sites must empty and take all bags and containers with them. Bags cannot be left at the sites. Citywide leaf collection starts October 24th, runs until November 18th. There's an online map on the city's website, and we'll also have all the drop-off site locations listed on our website, news8000.com. All right, let's get a look at the skies and what you can expect in the coming days, and for that, we turn to First Alert meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, some of you are watching snowflakes fall from that sky this morning. Check out how it looked around Cashton, Wisconsin. Now, keep in mind Cashton's on some higher terrain, and that's what came into play this morning. Thanks to Trudy for this shot. Some leaves still on the tree, some Halloween decorations, and some snowflakes. Even a minimal accumulation on the deck and on the grassy surfaces there. Another shot from the Cashton area. Streets were mainly wet, but again, those grassy surfaces and even the street sign there, a little bit of snow on there this morning. Now, when do we normally see our first snow? Here in La Crosse, average first trace of snow October 25th. First measurable snow, meaning 1/10 of an inch or more, November 11th on average. Average first inch closer to Thanksgiving, November 27th. Last year, our first snow was 7/10 of an inch, and that occurred on November 13th. So about a month from now, we'll see how this year plays out here in La Crosse. Again, some of you already saw your first flakes of the season. 49 was the high today, so a chilly day. That's 14 degrees below the average high of 63. 86 and 19 are the records. And again, it is dry. Just under 1/10 of an inch of liquid for the month. That is about an inch below average. And for the year, we are over 6 inches below average of rainfall and melted down snow. 42 degrees at the airport and downtown here at the station. Winds out of the west-northwest at 12, and that's causing a wind chill factor of 36. Good evening to you folks in Eau Claire. 39. West wind at 8, making it feel like 33 for you. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s across the tri-state, including that 42 in La Crosse, 34 in Sparta, 37 in Black River Falls and Viroqua, 40 degrees in Prairie du Chien. Again, generally west to northwesterly breeze, 5 to 15. And yeah, had to break out the wind chill map with the readings between about 31 in Preston to around 36 for wind chill in La Crosse and Winona. So one disturbance moving away. That was the cause for the light rain and snow showers in our neck of the woods today. A little bit stronger one to the north and west. That's going to drop into the area tomorrow and bring another chance of rain and snow showers, especially over northern parts of the viewing area. Sky Tracker will show that nicely. Some partial clearing overnight. Tomorrow morning, maybe some snow showers for your morning commute if you live in far northern parts of the viewing area, including Eau Claire, Chippewa, Dunn counties up toward Rusk County, and then some additional rain and snow showers potentially tomorrow afternoon and evening across parts of the area, and then some partial clearing once again heading into Saturday morning. Kind of a mix of clouds and sun, but dry for Saturday. Minimal snow accumulations potentially north of Interstate 94. Again, like this morning, maybe a dusting in some spots. Highs tomorrow, still quite chilly, 47 in the La Crosse area, mid to upper 40s down to the south, maybe some 50s far south, and then chillier as we head to the north. Look at Clark County, highs only in the upper 30s to around 40, lower 40s in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. So for tonight, mostly cloudy, chilly, 34 in La Crosse, but some 20s, especially in our eastern communities. Tomorrow, 47, cloudy and cool with that chance of light rain and snow showers in the morning and again later in the day. Still cool right through the weekend, 53 on Saturday, 49 on Sunday and breezy. Small chance for a shower and staying chilly to start next week. Highs only in the 40s, overnight lows in the mid to upper 20s Monday and Tuesday nights, and then back in the 50s for the second half of the week. So pretty cool 8-day forecast overall.
Indeed. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next in sports, Pep and Alma football gets set for a season-defining matchup, and Westby volleyball is one win away from a perfect conference record. Rob's highlights are next.
News 8 Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or treatment for a complex condition, Mayo Clinic Health System has convenient and safe options for the care you and your family need.
It's a pattern we can't ignore. Multiple women accuse cop Dave Estenson of abusing the badge, trying to coerce them into sex acts for years. They said Estenson asked teens for sexual favors to avoid underage drinking citations and threatened to plant evidence on one teen if she told anyone. Still another teen said Estenson sexually assaulted her. He couldn't be trusted as a police officer, and he can't be trusted as state senator.
When Kenosha burned, Tony Evers fanned the flames.
He blamed police.
When we needed help, he refused.
For days.
I know.
Because we were there.
Evers puts politics over our lives.
Over your lives. That's why we support Tim Michaels.
As a veteran, Tim Michaels won't abandon us.
Tim Michaels will have our back.
And stand strong against violent crime.
We're with Tim.
The power to change your future is now. The new F-150 is here. Be one of the first to drive the latest, most advanced, best-selling truck for the last 45 years. Custom order your F-150 today. Now, lock in $500 retail order bonus cash on an all-new 2023 Ford F-150. Don't wait. Get to your Northland Ford dealers today.
January 6th, Derek Van Orden and an angry mob march on the Capitol.
The Capitol, that's where we're headed to right now.
Break through police barricades.
Derek Van Orden, he and a bunch of his frogman buddies are on the wall.
And break the law.
Since January 6th, Derek Van Orden has lied about where he was.
And deleted an online post to hide what he did.
Liar, lawbreaker.
Don't vote for Derek Van Orden.
Center Forward Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
The Wisconsin high school volleyball season wrapping up tonight, and the Westby Norsemen were looking to cap off a nearly perfect season, 28-1 up to this point, 11-0 in Cooley Conference play. Could they make it 12-0 tonight against Luther? Let's find out. Let's head out to Westby High. Norsemen trying to put a stamp on a special season. Hello, ladies. Student section also pumped. They love News 8 in Westby. Pick it up in the first. Norsemen already rolling. Kennedy Brugan adds to it. Perfect placement on this kill. Westby goes up The Knights trying to fight back. Jolene Jordahl slams one home. Luther cuts the deficit back to single digits, but the Norsemen, they have Jada Berg, and the senior, she starts feeling it. This kill puts Westby back up 11. The Knights with no answer for Berg at the net. She skies high for another kill. Big statement in the first. Westby takes it 25-10. Let's go to the second. Knights keeping it close early. Jordahl again, this time going up high for the block. It's 8-5 Westby, but the Norsemen, they catch fire, and it's Emily Collins leading the charge. The senior taking control of the second set. Kaylee Kerner with the assist here. Check out Collins. She was on a different level tonight. Westby up big, and then on set point, who else but Collins again, the senior, doing it all. How about the Norsemen? Westby finishes the season 12-0 in conference play, 29-1 overall. They get the sweep over Luther. They'll open the regionals at home next Tuesday against Melrose Mindoro. Let's head to Aquinas High School. Blue Gold's hosting Sparta to close out the season. Pick it up in the first. Perfect bump, set, and spike capped off by Ellie Faulkner. Spartans down 1, but Aquinas just too much. Addie 4 with authority. One of her 15 kills on the night. Follow that one up with Sammy Davis drilling it to the floor. How about some strong play at the net? Sydney Emineth gets the block as Aquinas goes on to win this one. Blue Gold's take it over Sparta in 3 sets. And the Hilltoppers close out the regular season with the win over Toma in 4 sets. Well, tomorrow on the football field, we're going to see the battle for the Arc of Victory between Logan and Central. Tonight, same rival schools going at it on the volleyball court, but for a bigger cause. Tonight's game was the Battle for a Cause fundraiser. It's a yearly tradition to raise money for someone in need. This year, the school's raising over $2,000 for Tiff Burr. That's the mom of Logan's Jazzy Davis. Tiff is currently battling uterine cancer. So a really great job by both schools to get together for a special cause. And speaking of Jazzy Davis, big night for the Rangers senior, one of her 11 kills in this one. It's 6-5 Central. Central hanging tough. Ruby Gerhard gets the short set, drills it to the corner. That makes it 11-7 Riverhawks, but the Rangers come storming back. Molly Erickson, the serve couldn't be stopped. Logan gets the 3-set sweep over Central. Well, for many of our high school football teams, it all comes down to tomorrow night. A lot of rivals are going head-to-head. A few squads are looking for conference titles, and they're hoping to put an emphatic stamp on a perfect season. One of those teams is Pep and Alma. The Eagles have soared past the competition this year. A perfect 8-0 record up to this point. This team can score. The Eagles averaging just under 45 points a game this year. That's led to them to a 6-0 record in the Dairyland Conference. And on Friday night, Pep and Alma will get a chance to complete a perfect season and call themselves outright conference champs if they can get a win over 7-1 Cochran Fountain City. The Eagles have been close before, second-place finishers the last couple of seasons, but this year the team is hoping to finish what it started.
Last couple of years we've had close matches or close games, lost both conference championships. We came in second last couple of years, so the players have been really focused, worked really hard in the off-season, and they're a close-knit group. They do a lot of stuff together. Most of them play multiple sports, so they're together all the time. They push each other, and they build each other up, and they've done a great job with that.
All goes down tomorrow night. Eagles and Pirates from Cochran Fountain City, Dairyland Conference title on the line. Ken, we've talked about it all. I mean, there's so many big games tomorrow night in week 9.
It's going to be an incredible highlight zone and playoff season the next couple of weeks for sure.
Wait, man. I can't wait.
All right. Thanks, Rob.
You got it.
More news after the break.
A few years ago, I was working with a woman who was about to settle with the insurance company for a fraction of what she deserved. Instead, she hired Bygoff & Rohde, and we got her the maximum possible settlement. At Bygoff & Rohde, we get results.
Punishing inflation, retirement savings evaporating, home values crashing, and Mandela Barnes is oblivious. Barnes just supported a massive tax increase on middle-class families and an army of IRS agents to go get every penny. Barnes also supported Biden's student loan forgiveness plan that cost every taxpayer $2,000. $2,000 less to survive on. Can you afford Mandela Barnes? Wisconsin Truth Tech is responsible for the content of this advertising.
It's the dining sale at Drury's in Fountain. From kitchen tables to elegant dining rooms, we offer unlimited choices. The shape, the style, the finish, and color, it's all up to you. And right now, on top of already marked down sale prices, you can take an extra $100 off sets over $1,000, $200 off sets over $3,000, or $300 off sets over $6,000. The dining sale, happening now at Drury's in Fountain.
I'm Sheriff Jim Johnson. I'm Sheriff Eric Severson. We've got the real story on Mandela Barnes. Barnes wants to defund our police, but he spent over $600 grand of your money on police protection for himself. Barnes wants to eliminate bail for violent felons, and his administration has already released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists. Take it from us. Mandela Barnes policies are a threat to your family.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to gear up for changing conditions on and off-road. Get great deals on our most capable lineup of Ford SUVs, including Ford Explorer and Bronco Sport. Both rated 2022 IIHS top safety picks, and both designed to give you greater confidence. Hurry, Ford SUV season will end soon. Now, for a limited time, get $500 retail order bonus cash on a 2022 Ford Explorer and Bronco Sport, only at your Northland Ford dealers.
If someone you love has been injured, it's important to find a law firm that's fair, prompt, and reliable. That law firm is Bygoff & Rohde.
We've been Wisconsin's personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
Well, the time has come to tune in and help kids. Children's Miracle Network Hospitals is hosting their annual radiothon at Gunderson. Z93, 95.7 The Rock, and KQ98 have been broadcasting from the Gunderson Clinic lobby since 6 this morning to share inspirational stories. It's one of the biggest fundraisers for Children's Miracle Network, which helps families across the nation with medical expenses. And the Peterson family is especially grateful for their help.
Can only imagine how many families there are in the Cooley region that need help like we do with things that insurance and other assistance programs just don't cover. It's just wonderful to know that CMN's here and you can reach out to them to try and get some assistance with things that you maybe weren't planning to have to afford.
Today's radiothon ended at 6, but you can call starting at 6 tomorrow morning. If you aren't able to tune into the radio, you can still catch those special stories online. We have those links at news8000.com. An yearly lacrosse Rotary project is reeling in a big win for the next generation. Rotary member Al Lewis presented the results of this year's Al's Muskie Challenge today at the group's weekly meeting at the Erickson Boys and Girls Club. The challenge raised over $57,000 for lacrosse's Boys and Girls Club. Now, there's a wrinkle to this year's challenge. The proceeds this time are split 50-50 between the Boys and Girls Club and a new endowment fund to provide long-term resources for lacrosse's youth.
It's all about the kids. Today's kids are tomorrow's leaders, and we need to give them all the support we can.
Now, Lewis says during the fishing trip, that's the impetus for this challenge. He reeled in a 53-pound muskie. Good haul. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Dear night owls, when darkness falls, our stunning style takes flight. And our fuel economy is ever so wise. Trust us, Toyota sedans. Toyota, let's go places.
When all is said and done, here's 3 things to remember. 1. Only Tim Michaels would ban abortion in cases of rape or incest and jail doctors who perform them. 2. Only Michaels Family Foundation funded an extremist group that uses cell phone data to track women near abortion clinics. 3. Only Michaels ran a company where women say they were pressured to have sex with their bosses. The only one with a radical agenda like that is Tim Michaels. And the only one who can stop it is you.
Your adventure starts here at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. We've got something for everyone. Explore hundreds of miles of off-road fun. Cap off the night with the crew by spinning up even more excitement. Or slow it down and relax. Just the 2 of you. Your adventure awaits, outdoors, indoors. Call or visit Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls today. Experience the difference. Trail Riders Package available.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get $500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners can get an additional $2,500 cash allowance. Plus, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories.
Joe Biden took $4 trillion from us taxpayers and he spent it. $4 trillion. And what do we get? We got higher gas prices, higher groceries, just about everything. Brad Paff, well, he backed Joe Biden 100% of the time. That's what you get when you spend your career in politics. Well, it ain't me. Let's try something different. Let's cut spending, balance the budget, and get America back on track. I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
The weekend to-do list. It's a lot easier with the help of a John Deere 1 Series tractor. Attachments connect with ease, so you can knock out every task on your list. Whether you're moving earth, leveling a path, or mowing and mulching, one thing you're not doing is wrestling with the attachments. So you actually have time to enjoy your space and work on planning the next big project. John Deere 1 Series compact tractors. Versatile, easy, and affordable. Find yours at Tractor Central.
It's a John Deere day.
Dear night owls, when darkness falls, our stunning style takes flight, and our fuel economy is ever so wise. Trust us, Toyota sedans. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, again, watching that disturbance over northern Minnesota, that's what's going to bring some light rain and snow showers as we head into our Friday. Lows tonight around 34, 40s again for highs tomorrow, 53 on Saturday. Breezy on Sunday, a high of 49.
Nice chill for the highlights on tomorrow.
I can't wait.
Thanks for watching tonight at 10. We appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow.